Moving to Spain is so exciting, but also an incredibly confusing process. We're here today talking with Marina from Bureaucracy.es about the non-lucrative visa process and how her company can help you with the step-by-step process to moving to Spain.
She's going to answer all of your questions, get into some of the nitty-gritty specifics, and break down what applying for the NLV actually looks like so you can get started today.
I'm Lainey.
And I'm Shawn.
And this is Days We Spend
talking about the NLV. Hey, Marina.
Hi, guys. How are you?
We're doing great.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about Bureaucracy.es and what it is that you do?
My name is Marina and I'm part of Bureaucracy.es. So we started the company a couple years ago because we know how difficult and stressful it can be to move abroad. So I experienced myself as well. And it will be really nice if I have a company that guide me through all the bureaucracy and just help me to accomplish my dream, which is living in that country. In this case, we'll help people from many countries to settle and live the Spanish dream here.
Can you tell us a little bit about the NLV? Who's it typically for, and why is it a good choice for someone who wants to move to Spain?
Well, the non-lucrative visa is also called retirement visa or non-working one. Basically, if you are in your early retirement or you just got your pension and not working, even remotely is not allowed, they are welcome to apply for this kind of visa. Yes, and live for the next 12 months in Spain.
We've got a bunch of different new visa choices with the Digital Nomad, the NLV, a couple of others. How do you help people choose the right visa for them?
This is a pretty straightforward question. I always do. Are you going to work in Spain or are you planning to work remotely? And if the answer is yes, the non-lucrative visa doesn't apply. They need to apply for the Digital Nomad visa. And well, always we need to check if the company that they are working with, they already have an office here or they are eligible for that type of visa. So the question is going to be, are you planning to work?
What are the most common non-lucrative visa requirements for most of the consulates?
First of all, it's going to be the passport. Must be valid for the next 12 months. And also you need to have empty pages in order to provide the visa on it. The second requirement is going to be passport photos. Later is going to be, well, the criminal record report. Usually must be federal. So federal or with a validity on all over the country. In some countries, like in Canada, we cannot get an apostille, so we need to legalize the document. And the rest of the countries, well, we need to get an apostille. An apostille makes the document official abroad. Well, these documents also need an official translation. Later is going to be the medical certificate, which is a letter that is going to be issued by your doctor saying that you're healthy. The next one is the private health insurance with full coverage and no co-payments according to the Spanish guidelines. And also the financial means. This is a very, very important requirement because the visa is based on savings and passive income. Any professional activity is allowed. So which means that if you have your pension or you have enough savings, it's fine.
We get a lot of questions on our videos about the financial requirement and really specifically about the Spain's public multiple effects income indicator, the IPREM.
Yes, it's 23.
Yeah, how do you find that number? Because everyone is like so much trouble figuring out how much you need to make yourself eligible.
Yes, I know. We have a table, so with all the possible scenarios depending on the visa. So with the non-lucrative visa for the main applicant, we need to prove for the next 12 months, 28,800 euros. Okay. For the next applicants, we need to add to that amount 7,200 euros. So imagine that you are a couple. So we need to prove that your income, yes, 36,000 euros, okay, in your bank account. But now you have kids and you're a family of 4 that usually, this is very common. You need at least 50,400 euros in your bank account or the passive income. For example, you are renting out a property, but also you have pensions from the army government, secure that income for the next 12 months. Of course, if you are coming with your family, we need to prove that yes, you have a bond with that people with the marriage certificate, etc. Also, we like to mention, and this is not mandatory in all the cases, but we always do, is a proof of not working. If you are in a working age, we need to prove that you are you are officially retired, but because you work in the U.S. for government, army, or for example, a resignation letter or an authorized letter explaining the situation.
Yeah, when we had to prove we weren't working, we did a notarized letter to say that if we got accepted, we would be quitting our jobs.
Yes, but it's sometimes quite risky. In London or Manchester, so it's mandatory to have a proof of not working, an official one given by the government, which in this case is the P45. Otherwise, the visa is not even accepted. So for us, as bureaucracy, it's mandatory to have a proof of not working.
How long does the visa process take?
So usually we suggest our clients to contact us 6 months in advance, because gathering the documents, it depends if you are gonna submit the documentation from the US or from the UK or other country. Usually gathering the documents is about 2 months, because we need to get an apostille, legalization, and also official translations, and book the famous appointment sometimes. After that, after submitting the application, the consulate has up to 3 months to review the file. Sometimes the visa process takes only 2 weeks, sometimes takes 2 months, 3 months, and also we had cases that the visa process took up to 5 months. My clients are living happily in Spain, obviously, but yes, sometimes it's out of our control and it's about wait.
That was about what our timeline was from when we started our paperwork to when we moved. So we started in August and we ended up moving in January.
But it was one of those things of not knowing, I think, was so stressful, of like not knowing how long it was going to take, because the expiration date is like the biggest thing, is the stress of like, well, this is going to expire if this doesn't work and that. Do you deal with any of that expiration type of document thing? Like, how do you handle that from your end?
Yes, of course. This is really important as well. So when we talk with our clients, the first documents that we ask for is the FBI report, because it's the document that is going to take longer to get, the apostille. Usually it's up to 11 weeks. And because it's a federal document, we gather that document first, and later we start with the marriage, the birth certificate, because we need to get updated copies lately, and the medical certificate as well. But these documents, the last one doesn't need to have an apostille, which is pretty straightforward as well. So I would say that yes, we gather all the documents and we make sure that we have everything in place when we send you the file to your house. So in some consulates, like in Florida, we just mail the application to the consulate, and in other ones, like in Los Angeles, yes, we need to book an appointment. And every single consulate has different requirements according to their deadlines. In Los Angeles, it's 3 months. In Washington, D.C., for example, the FBI report is valid for 6 months, like in New York. And in Miami, it's valid for 5 months. So yes, every single application is treated in a different way, because of the needs of the consulate. Obviously, we share an update of all the documents deadlines and until when they are valid, and the last day that we can submit the application. And yes, if we need to redo the documents, it's something that we are going to handle as well.
So are some of the consulates more strict than others?
Yes.
For sure.
I love that one word answer of yeah.
Yes, of course it is. We know that most of the clients come from English speaking countries, so we know that very well, and we know the consulates. But we also have applied with clients from not the typical ones, like Taiwan, Saudi Arabia, Philippines, and the requirements are really strict.
So do I need a cover letter? When we applied for our visa through the Los Angeles consulate, it wasn't included in a list of requirements, but they asked for it during our interview. It was the very first thing they said, is like, where's your cover letter? And we had it since we read on the forum, so they've asked about it, but do you need it for all the consulates?
No, not really. So not all the consulate demands a cover letter, so we usually provide it. Yes, we do it in both languages, but it's not mandatory.
This is a pretty common question, and one that we were curious about. Do you need a rental contract to get your NLV?
It depends. So in some consulate it's mandatory, in some of them it's not. So yes, we need to evaluate the case and yes, provide the right information. So in Miami, for example, yes, you need to provide a rental agreement or a cover letter explaining why you want to live in Galicia, why you want to live in Malaga. And other case, like in Panama, so yes, you need to provide a rental agreement or a notarized invitation letter. So yes, it depends.
One of our biggest issues was getting the appointment at the LA consulate. I remember just spending hours and hours on my computer just updating and refreshing the page constantly. It was so stressful. We should have moved our appointment for later to give ourselves more time with the apostille, but we couldn't because there were just no appointments available.
Yes.
How do you handle making appointments for your clients?
We have a team that is dedicated just to book those appointments. Sometimes we cannot book those ones because the consulate is not even offering them. So that's why we don't offer them. Always we do our best to get those appointments, but the client needs to know that we cannot pick the time and the date. It's out of our control again. So we do always our best to get the right date, or if that date doesn't fit, then we book a new one, but usually delay the process.
Yeah, you're still saving them all the time of making the appointment.
That was so stressful.
After coming to Spain, we are going to help you as well with the TA card. And it depends. So booking an appointments in Malaga is pretty friendly, but in Valencia it's quite busy at the moment and takes a little bit to get the padrón and also the TA card.
Just also hearing that you help with the TA as well is really, really cool, because that's something I think people, when you get here, you're like, I'm done. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. And that can be confusing based on the part of Spain that you choose too, which is really, so yeah, that's how does that process work for you guys?
Yes, this is important because most of the people don't know that they need to finish the process in Spain, and it's going to take a few weeks later, less more. So it's not that, okay, I'm here in Spain, that's it.
Yeah, you pick up your passport and you look at the sticker inside for the visa and you go, oh, wow, I did it. And you realize the date is only a temporary one.
This is interesting because some clients are like, well, this is a misunderstanding. So I apply for a visa for 12 months. Why is valid only for 90 days? Yes, it's valid for 90 days because this is the window of time that you have to come and arrive in Spain. And after that, yes, the TA is going to be valid for a year. But yeah, you need to exchange that visa into the TA.
You can tell who's been here long enough because we called it the NIE and the TIE. And then everyone in Spain's like, NIE, TA. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah. I know. I always am gonna say NIE and TA. So I know that in American English-speaking countries, they pronounce it in a different way. So yes, it's NIE. Always is gonna be a number. Everyone can get a NIE number because with that number you can buy a property, you can buy a car, but it doesn't give you the right to live in Spain. And the TA card is a plastic card, it's an ID that is useful when you travel abroad of the European Union and you want to enter with your passport because it's the residency permit. So it's called TA because it's Tarjeta de Identificación del Extranjero. NIE is number, it's the número.
A lot of people ask, what is the biggest obstacle to getting approval for the NLV? Like, what is the biggest stumbling block that you guys see, or something that comes up a lot?
This is why we offer free consultations, because unfortunately, not everyone is eligible for this visa. First of all, we need to check the age. If you are in your 20s, well, you can be suspicious of working illegally or remotely from Spain. So yes, basically you need to prove that you are not working. Also, we need to check the financial means that you meet them, and we need to know the funds. So how did you provide those funds? Because sometimes it's because someone is lending you the money or you are just selling a property. So we need to track all the income in your bank account as well. Also the criminal record. You have to have a clean one. The consulate is going to check the last 5 years. The authorities in the country of origin is going to share all the criminal records since you were 18 years old. And you need to be healthy. If you have any pre-existing conditions, anything really important, just be honest, because being honest always is the key to have a good application.
Yeah, I wear hearing aids, and at first I was a little afraid that that would be something that would kind of red flag my healthcare application. And so I had to sign an extra paper that said that I knew that wasn't covered as part of the healthcare and that I was okay being responsible for that. And it was all okay in the end. We're in Spain, but I was definitely nervous about that.
Yes, I know. So in some cases, when we are a little bit hesitant, we'll suggest the applicant to contact the private health insurance company, and they see if they are eligible or not. Because of course, we understand that this is a big step and also exciting process, and we want to make sure that also we are confident from both sides that yes, this is gonna happen.
We read that you actually can't have a mortgage if you want to apply for the NLV because the Spanish government sees that as debt. Is that true, or are there any other surprising things that would disqualify you?
At the Spanish consulate in Los Angeles and San Francisco, so it's mandatory to not have any loans, any mortgage. So we can say that successfully we have clients that with mortgage that they live in Spain and they applied on those consulates. So what we do is to offer a rental agreement that they are rented out a property for more value of the mortgage, and they can cover the expenses with that income, passive income. So this is something that we are doing at the moment. The staff of the consulate can change the requirements without notification. So it's about to have a good and a strong case, and also be lucky a little bit.
Easily one of the biggest questions and the hardest to answer for us that we get a lot is how much does the NLV cost? Like, how much does the process cost?
We offer the service of the non-lucrative visa. So it's 899 euros per applicant, including the discounts that are thanks to watching your video. In that price, we include guidance, also the cover letters, samples, and the official translations are included. We include the delivery of the documents to the US or to the country of residence. Plus, when you come to Spain, we are going to pay the government fees, which is the TF fees, and delivery of the documents again, and help you with the padron, with appointments, etc. So this is what we cover. So we split the payment into 4 steps, which is important because you're not going to pay everything up front or even the half.
We tracked ours, and our experience was for 2 people at the LA consulate, we spent $1,528 for both of our NLVs, and then it included some of the TA work, which is a little bit less, but like it was so stressful. I would have happily paid a little more to have help with the appointments, help with like, we didn't know what to get translated and what not to get translated. We didn't know how many bank statements we needed. We spent $580 just on translations because we translated too much. We translated in 4 different waves. We had to do 1 rush translation because it wasn't ready in time. That alone was like not just expensive, super stressful, waiting for the translation to come. So like we saved a little bit of money. I would have much rather paid just a tiny bit more to like actually have help.
It doesn't even count all of our printer ink and paper too.
So this is very interesting. So you are not just paying we just gather the documents and that's it. This is not the add value that we offer. We like it when a client has any concern and they call us, and also if we experience any update with the law or with another applicant, also we share it because we want a successful application. Doing yourself, sometimes you feel lonely and like, okay, I'm doing well or not. And for us, it's business as usual. So it's something that we do every single day. So
we never knew where we were in the process. Like we didn't have the dashboard, this stupid binder. And Lainey would open it and go over it. And hey, have you done this? Have you done that? Have you done this?
And this is after the application, so it was bigger.
We call it a book because tell the story of your application. So we have the index, which is the first page explaining all the documents that you are gathering to the appointment and how much you are going to pay, where is the appointment, etc., or where you need to file when to send the post-mail the application, everything in that index. And later it's like every single chapter is a different document. Like, for example, national visa form, you need 2 copies. So yes, so we are gonna print out everything, we are gonna organize everything and send it to you. The only thing that you need to do is open the file.
If I had a time machine, that'd be like one of the 3 places I would go back in time. August and be like, don't do this yourself.
So transitioning out of paperwork and all the things that we need, which visas offer a path to permanent residence for those who are interested in staying in Spain for more than 5 years?
Well, the non-lucrative visa is a good option because if you have the funds, it's gonna be fine. And also the Digital Nomad visa allows you, well, to live in Spain for 5 years and get the permanent residency. The high skill professional visa, which is a work visa as well. The golden visa allows you to live as well in Spain for 5 years. This is the main visas type of visa that our clients use to stay longer in Spain. We need to mention that the student visa is an stay, it's not a residency, so doesn't qualify to get a permanent residency in Spain.
So what's the process like to work with you? When you mentioned an online dashboard and we saw a sample of that online and it looks amazing to help organize the process.
We divide the process into 4 steps. So the first one is to gathering the documents to engage the service and to give you access to the dashboard. And you're gonna start uploading the documents, etc. The second one is to finally submit the application at the consulate. The third one is after the visa is approved. And so you upload the visa. And the last part of the process is done in Spain. When you come here and you find your rental agreement for the next 6 months, we help you to get the padrón at the city hall according to the guidelines of that city. And later, we're going to send you a package to your house with the paid fees and all the documents just printed out, just ready to go to the police office with the appointments that we are going to provide it to you as well, just to share your fingerprints and photos. And wait in between 25 and 45 days to collect the you can come to Bureaucracy.es and book a free consultation with me. Sometimes I know that the calendar it can be quite busy, so that's why we just launched a fast track process. Well, also we mentioned the Digital Nomad, the non-lucrative, and the golden visa, so you can evaluate in that form that if you are eligible for the non-lucrative visa and how much it's going to cost you according to your family, etc. And we are going to receive that notification, and if you are eligible, yes, we are going to book a consultation with you right away. As well, you are going to have access to the dashboard in order to start the application process. But for us, it's really important to know that yes, you meet the requirements and we are going to have a successful visa application. It's always nice when you have that external support from a company that they are specialized in this type of visa. So we want to make sure that the process goes smooth and we explain you every single step and why we are doing this. So our main goal is like is that you get the visa and you live basically in Spain and you forget all of this about the Spanish bureaucracy that sometimes can be a nightmare, and that's why we like to be here next to you to forget about this paperwork and just we are going to handle everything. Of course, we need the help of the client because some documents we cannot have it ourselves, like the FBI report, because it needs fingerprints. But yes, basically is our main goal is you live happily in Spain and you don't be stressed at all about the Spanish bureaucracy.
Okay, so I've got the visa and I've moved to Spain, and now that I'm here, like what if I have more questions about renewals or getting an apartment or anything that just has to do with life in Spain? Are you available to reach out?
Yes, actually, we have a very close relationship with our clients. So yes, we are going to help them to renew the non-lucrative visa after 10 months, 11 months in Spain, of course. And well, they can contact us to provide a real estate agents contacts also in Spain, or if they want to buy a property, also we can help them with that. We are going to be here to share our experience and also network with them, because we know that some clients, for example, after 2 years living in Spain, they are eligible for the citizenship. So as well, we can help them with that. So this is not just getting the visa and that's it. So we are going to be here for them for the rest of the years that they want to live in Spain. Actually, with some of our clients, we have a very, very nice relationship. And I have been in Barcelona and went for coffee with them or just visiting them because, well, they are also in the south. So it's very nice to see that all the work that you have done is real. So they are really happy and they see you in person and they are like, okay, yes. We are in the south of Spain. We are in Malaga, but we offer the service all over Spain, including the islands. So yes, everything is going to be done remotely. But if you want to visit us, if you or I visit the city that you live, I'm going to call you for sure to have a coffee.
Sounds like we need to come to Malaga.
Yeah, we got to go road trip to Malaga.
Yes, why not?
Thank you so much, Marina, for chatting with us today. We hope that some of our viewers and subscribers can get some really good information and you can help them out living their dream to move to Spain like we are here.
I've actually learned a fair bit, which is frightening because we've already been through the process. I think everyone's going to benefit from having at least a free consultation with you guys to see where they are on the process and make sure that moving to Spain with the right visa is a good fit for them.
Well, thank you very much for inviting me, and so, well, I'll see you soon in Malaga. So we are going to be happy to having you here as well.
Awesome. We're going to come down.
Bye.
So if you guys click the link in the description, you get 10% off of the amazing services at Bureaucracy.es, which is really, really helpful. So go ahead and click that link and get your process started as soon as possible with actual expert help instead of just doing it yourself.
You can move to Spain right now. Well, it may be 6 months from now.
Not right now. It'll take you longer than a day.
And then come have coffee with us in Galicia.
Sure.
I'm Lainey.
And I'm Shawn.
And thanks for spending your day with us. Are you thinking of moving to Spain? Spain! Are you wanting to move here too? Do you want tapas? Do you like coffee? Do you want endless sunshine or not if you live in the green north?
Keep going. This is gold.
Churros, paella, all the things that are stereotypical of Spain, but also beautiful Spanish lifestyle. Is that what you're dreaming of?